Good morning, everyone. I am Megan Grove, the customer engineer at MX Data. Thank you so much for attending our webinar this morning. It looks like we have a really great turnout, so this is super exciting. MX Data would like to welcome RIOT RFID for Retail Pro as the presenters this morning. From their team, we have Galika and Jason, who will be presenting to you. We will launch a couple of poll questions during today's meeting and would really appreciate your participation. Also, at the end of the webinar, we will open up the meeting for questions. Feel free to submit your questions in the control panel towards the bottom of the control panel bar. So, okay, with that being said, Galika, do you want to take it from here?
Of course, Megan, just to confirm, you can see my screen, right?
Yes, we can see it.
Okay, so good morning, guys. Thank you so much for joining RIOT RFID for Retail Pro. As Megan mentioned, my name is Galika, and I'm one of the amongst Jason who really believe in RFID for retailers, and we are here to show you how easy it works, how affordable we made it, and why you need this for your store more than ever. So our company believes, along with Steve Jobs, that every once in a while a revolutionary product comes along that changes everything. In this case, we have RFID for retailers. Megan is going to launch a few poll questions. This is really to pick your brain as a retailer so you can understand the necessity of RFID and why it is so important for you to consider having this. RFID basically, in a nutshell, is the next generational barcode, and the whole world is changing to that. So Megan, if you can just, if guys, they're on the right-hand side, or you'll be able to just answer yes or no. Please, if you could share your question, that would be amazing. So how many times a year do you count your inventory? I mean, we all know that inventory is a huge headache for every retailer. It takes lots of time, it takes money, you have to close your store, you have to put all your staff on hold. It's just a headache. I mean, we do loads of demo calls with clients, sales calls with clients, and we ask them, how many times do you count your store? They don't even want to answer it, because to them it's a headache. They lose money, like I've mentioned, and it's not even accurate at the end of the day. So again, this is why we need RFID. So if you could kindly just answer yes or no if you count your store once a year or twice a year, or if you don't, please say no. The next question I have.
Galika, I'm going to go ahead and close this poll. It looks like everybody has voted. Okay, and it looks like 33% do count their stores more than 2 times a year.
Okay, and the rest base does not count their stores, so they have no idea what's in their stores. Okay, let's go to the next question. How long does it take you to count your store? I'm not sure if you can if you can give an amount, but again, for some retailers.
This one is less than a day, 2 to 3 days, or longer than 3 days.
Okay, great. So if you guys can go ahead and answer that. Again, for some retailers, it takes days, it takes months. Again, some does not even try to go that route because of human error, the amount of money and time lost, sales lost. Especially if you're a small retailer, closing a store for a day, that means losing loads of sales. And then, of course, the result is not even accurate. So I'm not sure.
It looks like this result is it takes usually 2 to 3 days. What's the answer for that?
2 to 3 days. If you think of the return of investment there, if your staff is busy counting inventory and not helping clients in store, that results in missing sales, loads of things. And again, human error, you're not even maybe, you know, it's still inaccurate. You're still not sure if what was counted is correct. Okay, well, let's go to the next question. How fast are you selling online, and do you have returns? So in my case, guys, I live in New York City and I have loads of girlfriends that's obsessed with fashion. In this new digital world, and especially after COVID and during COVID, you know, people don't even go in store anymore. They order online. And I've watched my girlfriends, they would order the same dress in 3 different colors, in 3 different sizes, because they're not sure, you know, how this dress will fit at home. What happens with, you know, of course, for the retailers, high return, same day, leading to loads of, you know, room for errors and inaccurate inventory again. I do the exact same. I mean, yesterday I was asked on a date. I was like, what am I gonna wear? And I have a same day delivery of a dress I can try on. I ordered 4 sizes, 4 different colors, and the rest I sent back. This online sales and the huge, again, digital world has led retailers to, you know, stress about their inventory, not knowing what they have in store, what store has what. It is a huge problem. What's the result here, Megan?
So the results here are pretty much an even split all the way down. So either people are not selling online and do not experience high returns, or yes, they do and no, do not experience high returns, or no, they do not sell online but also experience high returns.
Okay, well, that's actually not, you know, that's very normal. We have clients that does not have an online presence as of yet, but again, the world is changing to a digital, more of an online sales presence. So RFID again, you know, that's the route to take. Okay, let's take the next one. How many of you experience loss or shrink, shrink items? So again, you know, loads of people are stealing in stores. Some of my clients have no idea, only at the end of the year when they count their inventory, oh, we have lost 5, you know, we have lost millions of dollars of inventory. Sorry, we have lost millions in dollars of inventory, and they did not know that. They did not know that unless, you know, they waited for when they have to count their stores. Now, if you have RFID, counting your store in minutes, counting it every day, you'll be able to see, you know, what items get stolen more frequently, and you can reduce that by placing it somewhere closer to security or closer to the checkout points or higher up in the store, whatever it is, but you will know exactly what gets stolen the most and when it's stolen, and you can easily, you know, reduce that. So I don't know, Megan, what's the results there?
100% yes.
Exactly. So again, before I move on with this question, RFID is not like, you know, the security gates. Of course, we have security gates with RFID that alerts the gates, etc. But it's not like the hard tags where you get notified. Again, you can have RFID with the loss prevention tags activated, but this is more keeping your inventory accurate, counting your store every day or every, you know, every week, so you can recognize what's missing. But we all as retailers know that you do experience loss. So that's 100% yes, as Megan said. Okay, thank you guys for participating. Now that we all get to know each other and we're more relaxed, let's move forward. Again, it all boils down to counting your inventory fast and frequently. But how do we do this? It's not magic, guys. It is called RFID. RFID has been around for longer than 15 years, but it was not as affordable. It was a little bit difficult. You needed technicians. You needed loads of integration. It took loads of time to even start. This is why RIOT was born. We have done all the hard work, we have made it affordable, and we've made it super, super, super easy. We have integrated with Retail Pro. So basically, all you need to do is buy a box online, and I'll get to that after this slide. And it's basically a plug and play system. It takes you 20 minutes to set up. You will need to replace obviously your tags, and you can count your inventory faster than ever before. And this is RIOT. I'm going to show you guys a quick video of the magic RFID holds. Just give me a second. So this is one of our Retail Pro stores. They're called Freddy Jeans. It's an Italian brand, and they're one of our first clients. And if you watch this video, this is why people buy RFID. The scanner, so the blue moving from 300 to 500 to 700, that is how fast they are counting their inventory. I'm gonna stop this there because I think everyone has the idea. Basically, this store counts their inventory. Well, they have what, 3,000 items, and they counted their inventory in less than 7 minutes, 5 minutes. So that's the magic. That's the magic of RFID. Okay, guys, so how does RFID work? RFID basically has 3 legs. You need a RFID printer, you need RFID tags, and you need the RFID scanner. We all are printing barcode tags from Retail Pro as of now. So it's the exact same process. All you need to do is replace your printer with an RFID printer. And you have to replace your barcode tags with an RFID tag. And then you can scan your store just like Freddy Jeans in 5 minutes, 10 minutes, depending how many items you have. You can do it frequently, you can do it every day, you can do it weekly, whatever you decide. Again, this boils back to the questions I've asked, and that's why it was so important for you guys to participate, because it's important to pick your brain and for you guys to understand why RFID solves loads and loads of problems. Just going through these points real quick, I mean, we all are familiar with the terminology. You know, loads of clients walk into a store, this is not my size, do you have this size? And how, as a retailer, it's impossible to go through the whole store looking for a medium wide shirt. So with RFID, again, you can quickly scan the item the retailer has with them, and also the RFID scanner will notify you that you have this in store, but it's actually in the back stock area. Again, by counting your inventory, you will know what's on your shelf as well. Shrink, we've all voted 100% that things gets missing and stolen. With RFID, again, if you count your stores weekly, you will know what gets missing and why and who, and you can investigate. Online sales, again, leads to more returns. Increased activity causes room for error. More than ever, we need to know what's in our stores. Stock management labor. So think about this, if your staff does not have to constantly look with their eyes and see what's not on shelf, they can actually make more sales. They can talk to their clients, they can talk to the people coming in and out of the store. They have more time to actually make a sale. Receiving, restocking, reordering, all of those things that's actually, you know, filling up their time is now reduced because of RFID. and they can actually make more sales. Again, if you count your inventory once a year, once every 5 months, whatever the case, you know, it's still not accurate because people do make mistakes. And then again, critical absence. You think you know what's in, but you never really reorder it, you missed it, and you miss a sale. We've all been through this. Again, just you know, putting some emphasis on the digital world. I know some of you do not have an online presence, but the world is boiling down to, you know, people, consumer behavior. People want things faster. People want things immediately. This all again helps with the new consumer behavior and the digital world we're entering. If you do not know what's in your store, it's impossible to help a client immediately. Okay, so guys, who's using RFID? There's so many stores near you. Nike, Target, Zara, Nordstrom, Lululemon, I mean Macy's. I go into stores in New York every day and I see an RFID tag. Everyone is doing it. Again, this is the new generational barcode. It's proven by big retailers. You know, if you're not going to do it now, you're going to do it in a year or in 2 years. So please keep that in mind. RIOT has over 4,000 stores, actually over almost 5,000 stores at the moment. So we are a well-oiled machine. We've tested everything. We've tested RFID tags. We've tested hardware from different suppliers. We know what we're doing and we can help you. So we have almost over 100 Retail Pro stores that have signed up as of yet. These are a few examples. I mean, we have loads more. We have references. If you guys need references, if you want to speak to some Retail Pro clients of ours, we're more than welcome to send a list your way, and you can even pick their brains too. Okay, guys, so how does RIOT RFID work with Retail Pro? The costs is, like I've said, we've kept it very, very low, and we've done all the hard work. Our sales team will, obviously, if you are interested after this demo webinar, you can email one of us and they will step you through the pricing in a more, you know, obviously in more detail. But the software is on a subscription. It starts from $110 a month per store, per location. So of course, this is volume pricing. The more stores you have, the price will reduce. And we also have annual packages and 3-year packages that reduce the software price. As I've mentioned before, we've already integrated with Retail Pro. So there's a once-off fee that you have to pay $1,000 and then $250 for a plugin. A plugin means that for a printer. So we just have to set up your RFID printer to make sure it works and prints accurately. This cost is once off and you'll never pay it ever again. The scanner is $1,800. The RFID printer is $1,400. And then the RFID tag starts from anything from 3 to 8 cents, depending again on volume, what tag you will purchase, etc. We have 5 standard tags in stock, a bigger one, a smaller sticky label, adhesive label. We have jewelry tags. We have loads of different tags. So please don't be scared about the tags. We can assist. And then of course that's basically the cost, and we do offer online training, support. All of this is included in the price. Again, we supply everything. RIOT is a one-stop store. We offer the hardware, the tags, the training, and obviously any technical and integrations, etc. So everything you can get from us. You do not have to source new suppliers. We have done all the testing. We have everything you need. Getting started is very, very simple. I will after this, Megan will share this slides with you and obviously the links with you. But you sign up, you know, we get you in contact with the technician. They install the connector for you. You basically swap out your printer. You start printing RFID tags and you start scanning your store. So guys, I hope you recognize after asking these questions that RFID makes people happy. Again, it is the way forward. Happy customers, happy employees, happy owners. Hopefully we'll all be happy soon. So I'm going to leave the screen up, but we're not done with you yet. Jason, our technical director, is also online. I'm going to give the screen to him. He's going to show you guys a quick demo on, you know, how it works, how easy the integration or the installation is. And yeah, he's going to show you a quick demo so you can see I'm not lying to you. So Jason, please take the stage.
Hi everyone, Gilly, thanks for the handover. Just to confirm, you guys can see my screen?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so as Gelika mentioned, we have a direct integration to all versions of Retail Pro, so 8, 9, and Prism, as well as Prism 2.x. I've got my Retail Pro screens open just to show you a quick version of some of the plugins that we've developed. So the idea behind RIOT, the first thing that we need to get done is all of the products in your stores need to have RFID tags in order for us to count them. So we've got plugins, like I said, for all 3 versions or all 4 versions at this point, which gives you the ability to print RFID tags directly out of Retail Pro. So whether that's inventory itself, a receiving voucher, purchase orders, ASNs. I'm in Retail Pro RIL/version 9. I'm in my voucher screen, and if I go into form view to view the items on this particular document, currently we would click print tags and we'd print out our standard Retail Pro tags. We've got a little plugin, so incorporated directly into Retail Pro, print RFID tags. It'll list all the items that are on that particular document, and you can either print document or, you know, select specific items and print those for whatever the reason is behind only printing certain selections. I'm not going to get too involved in the different plugin versions, but I just wanted everybody to see that, you know, part of the integration that we've done includes the print tags directly out of Retail Pro. The second part is, again, within Prism, select your receiving voucher, hit OK, and you've got a print RFID tags button in Prism itself. So all of this is done part of our package to Retail Pro clients. What I wanted to do now is just give you a quick overview of the RFID scanner app and essentially how it works. So I have a scanner on my screen. I hope you can all see it. The idea behind this is that I have an integration between Retail Pro and RIOT. In this particular instance, I'm logged in as store number 2, my Retail Pro store number 2. According to Retail Pro, my expected count or the current stock on hand in Retail Pro for store number 2 is sitting at 620 units. And we've then broken down those products into the various departments that they live in within Retail Pro. So if we look at luggage as an example, we can drill down into the department, the class, the subclass, and then essentially down to the individual product sizes and colors, and the expected stock on hand according to Retail Pro for each one of those products. In order to get started with your RFID scan, you're going to simply hit the green play button, and we're going to count anywhere up, between 600 and 1,000 units a minute. That beeping that you can hopefully hear, but it's hopefully not blocking out my voice too much, is the RFID scanner picking up a unique tag. So it gives you an idea on how quick we can essentially scan a particular store. I'm going to leave it at that for now, but within the 20, 30 seconds, we picked up around 500 odd items. And the idea behind the scanner is that it's going to direct you through your store while you're doing your stock count. Go back to backpacks. We're missing a particular unit. In the child section, you know, we've got 3 that we haven't picked up. So these indicator bars are just telling us how close we are to completing that specific department. We have this concept of sales floor and back stock. And the idea behind this is that when you're doing your scan, you'll tell RIOT which area of the store you're in so that RIOT knows where that specific item is sitting that you've just counted. So part of the increase in sales is, you know, if the product isn't on the sales floor, customer's not going to know it exists and most likely not going to pick it up and, you know, try and purchase it. So with our select location option, we've got a refill or replenishment module that RIOT will do a little calculation and say, you know, these are items that we counted on the sales floor. These are the items we counted in the back stock. And out of the stuff in the back stock, which items do not exist on the sales floor? So RIOT will give you a refill list that will essentially say, take one of each of these items from the back stock and put it on display so that clients can find their size, their color, or, you know, a specific item that, you know, for some reason just never found its way to the sales floor. I'm going to submit this scan. This all happens via your in-store Wi-Fi. You can give it a unique name in this case. So let's just give MXD so that we know which scan we're looking at and confirm this count. So this will get pushed up to the cloud and give you access you know, to the scans that your stores are doing. One last little fun fact that I wanted to share with you. We often have customers come up to a sales representative in the store and say, you know, do you have this item in a different size or different color? So with our item lookup function, staff members can use the RIOT scanner, scan the product that the client is holding. And in this case, it's a Shoe Addy Pump 2. It's a size 4.5 and color yellow that we've just scanned. And if we scroll further down, these are the available sizes and colors that we've got in this particular store, along with the section of the store where you could find it, you know, based on the last scan. So in this case, the client says, well, this is a 4.5. Do you have a 3.5? And if the staff member clicks on that and then selects one of the available barcodes, we can use the scanner as a Geiger counter to help us find that particular item in that store. So it's going to play hot and cold, great customer experience, and hopefully puts a little smile on some of the staff members' faces when they use this function. Now that we've submitted our scan, we're going to jump into the RIOT portal. We're going to look at our inventory list or our variance list, select the relevant store. So we were at store number 2. There's my scan, so 24 August MXD. And for demo purposes, I want to sort this by barcode and submit. And essentially what we end up with here is an entire variance list. So we were looking for 620, we counted 528. It's an 85% count. We're missing 15% of our inventory. And here's a list of all the items that we've scanned. We've then got the target, scan, and variance, and you can sort these columns ascending and descending. So, you know, show me the largest variances first, and let's go and put physical eyes on those products and try and figure out why we are 8 short in that particular item and 5 short in that particular item. The next thing that we can do once we've gone through our variance, and in this case, if we accept that we're an 85% short, we can go and create an adjustment in RIOT that will send that directly through to Retail Pro and update your inventory. So it's as simple as confirm adjustment. If you are outside of the tolerance level that you set, in my case, I've set a 2% tolerance. If you're inside that tolerance, it'll automatically push an adjustment to Retail Pro. If you're outside of it, we're going to ask a supervisor to give this a second authorization and accept that adjustment. And that is essentially as quick and easy as doing a stock count with RIOT and Retail Pro. So Megan, can we maybe open up the lines for questions?
Yes, so what we will ask is that everybody that is attending, if you have a question, there is a little bar in the control panel on the right-hand side of your screen. If you just prompt that open, you'll be able to ask your question, and then we will be able to provide an answer.
Thank you, Jason.
Pleasure.
Okay, guys, we're just waiting for a few questions. If you guys have any questions, as Megan and Jason mentioned, please feel free to ask a question. Don't be shy. You can type that easily into the question bar. So I see we have one question from Eric. Jason, can you read that? Yes, am I able to share images for reference?
So the quick answer is yes. If you have those images available via a CMS or in your ERP/Retail Pro/ whatever system we connect to, yes, those images can come up on the scanner. They can come up on your variance reports.
So yes, you can. Okay, cool. We have another question from Michael. Do you support multiple stockroom locations, multiple sales floors? Jason, that's for you.
So yes, again, within each client, you can configure your site settings. You can select different areas for each store, or you can set up a global setting where every store has 2 stockrooms, every store has floor 1 and floor 2 of the sales area. But yes, they're totally customizable, and that will be covered in our implementation and training with anybody who joins RIOT.
Okay. Thanks, Jason. Michael, I hope that answers your question. I don't see any other questions yet. Let's just give it another second. So there's one more question, Jason. How long does it take to do the installation? How long does it take to set up RIOT?
So on a good day, we've got your connector and your plugin as well as your printer. We'll be able to set that up in about 45 minutes through a remote session. On a bad day, it may take us up to an hour and a half, but yeah, under 2 hours, and you are printing along with the relevant training that you need to get started. And then part of our implementation training and SaaS model is that your remote and email support is all included in that monthly or annual fee.
Okay, great. Sorry, another question from Michael. Do you plan on supporting stationary scanners for loss prevention purposes?
So that is currently available today. What we have found, however, is that the RFID antennas at the doors can easily be blocked. So if clients or customers are trying to steal product, I don't think the investment in an EAS or electronic surveillance system is going to give you any sort of return. It may alert the odd, may alert you to the odd theft, but in general, what we found is that if we are counting inventory regularly, so weekly, monthly, even daily, we are going to be able to pick up exactly what goes missing, when it goes missing. And what we found, and again, maybe this is more a South African thing, since theft is our national sport, is that the majority of theft that takes place in retail is internal. It's staff members, they're taking the product home, they're not ringing up sales on the system, etc. But with RFID, we're on top of those products all the time. So, staff members become aware very quickly that we're on top of our game now, that we know what inventory we should have. And any sort of loss, we're going to deep dive into an investigation and figure out exactly what's going on. So yes, the EAS option is available. Our suggestion: start off with the basics, and 6 months down the line, see what sort of losses you're experiencing once staff members know that we're counting, and then decide whether that investment in EAS is necessary or not.
Exactly. And just to add to that, Jason, I mean, all my clients here in New York, it's actually funny how when I talk to them, when I'm like, but guys, just count your inventory, they still look at me and they're like, what? That is a headache, because in their heads, they still see counting inventory as such a headache. And then after they have RFID, they realize, oh my goodness, I can actually count my store right this second to see what is missing. So even even for retailers, RFID, they still have to change their mindsets that the reason all these loss prevention gates, all these security tags have been around is because people could not count their inventory fast, right? So if change the scenario. If you can count your inventory, do you really need security gates if you know what's missing and what's in your store frequently? So yeah, it definitely changes the way we think. Let's see, we have another question here. Okay, so it's from Eric. On one of my shelves, I can have up to 1,000 pieces, various colors of gel polish or nail polish. Do you think this is manageable in the long term? I have an image of one of my shelves for your thoughts. Not sure how to share it with you. It's okay, Eric, you don't have to share it. We have clients with various items, multiple items. Jason, do you want to explain this? I feel like you would do this in a better way.
So yeah, the idea behind RFID is that we are sending a radio signal to the tags, and the tags are essentially coming back with the response saying, here I am, and that's how we count the product. So we don't need to be line of sight of every product. As long as the tags are within a certain vicinity, and generally within about, say 3 to 5 feet maximum, we're going to pick up those tags and we're going to pick them up quickly. So if you've got a shelf with, a few hundred or even a few thousand items, we're going to wave the scanner around that section for, I don't know, 20 seconds to a minute, and we should pick up every tag that's in that area. Again, the scanner itself is going to tell you what it's picked up and what it's not, what it hasn't picked up. So if you've got, all your accessories in one particular area and you've got 1,000 of them, when you walk past it, that scanner is going to essentially count up from 1 to, hopefully get to 1,000 fairly quickly. But you'll know exactly what you've scanned and what you haven't scanned, and you can essentially go back to those areas and scan over those sections again. Maybe shuffle through the product a little bit if they're very tight, if they pack quite tightly together. But yeah, you're going to pick that up pretty quickly. I just wanted to give you a quick reference. I've got the Gap in South Africa that are running Retail Pro as well as RIOT, and they've been running RIOT and Retail Pro since October 2020. They do scans generally twice a week. They've got roughly 15,000 items in a store. Can you see my screen again, Gilly?
Yes.
Okay, so this is their Mall of Africa store. Just to give you an idea, they counted 23rd of August. When was that? Yesterday. So we submit that. They were looking for 13,000 odd items. They found exactly that. They were 100% complete and 100% accurate. So what that means is if Retail Pro said, I've got 3 of these items in a size small, we counted 3 of those items in a size small. And again, these are their counts. You can see they do it pretty regularly. So on the 19th of August, there's their counts. Again, it gets a bit boring looking at their counts because there's nothing to really look at. Because they're just permanently accurate. Let's jump down to maybe the 10th, skip a day or two. Oh, that's a little bit exciting. They short 1 item, so they're a 99.99% complete and 99.98% accurate based on what Retail Pro says. So the idea is that the more often you scan, the more accurate your inventory is going to be. So when an item goes missing now, and in this particular case with the Gap, alarm bells are going off, because day in and day out it's 100% scan, and now all of a sudden we're missing an item. Somebody's going to have to account for that. And I can almost guarantee that half the staff members that were involved in some sort of internal pilferage have either resigned, been fired, or been arrested. But that is the reason why their inventory is so good. The staff are accountable. They know that they're going to get into trouble if items go missing. So when customers do walk into the store, they're attentive, they know exactly what's going on, and they are responsible for the inventory that's in that location.
Yeah, definitely. Thanks, Jason. Okay, guys, let's see. Eric, I see you've asked again if you can share an image. You're not able to share an image on this webinar, but again, Megan will share our details, and you're more than welcome to email us, and we will definitely get back to you.
Yes, Eric, go ahead and send me an email with your images, and I'll forward them to the team.
Thank you. Okay, guys, I don't know if there's any more questions. I don't see anything from my side. Well, let's start wrapping it up. If anyone has more questions, please feel free to send them our way. But again, Megan, thank you so much for hosting us, and she will obviously put you guys in touch if you wanted to start with RFID. If you have more questions, anything, please feel free to reach out to either myself or Megan, and we'll take it from there.
Yes, thank you so much to all of our customers who attended today. MXD is so proud to be your partners in retail, and a special thanks to Galika and Jason for being a part of our webinar. Thank you so much. We really appreciate it.
Thanks, everyone.
Thanks, guys. Thank you, Megan.
Thanks. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.